Hi everybody, it's Joe from Walk with God, coming to you with a new video for the first time in what feels like a really long time. I gotta admit, I like YouTubing. I like recording for you guys. I like being able to respond to people on this channel and help point people to Christ, but work and life has been really consuming. There was a period where I lost a lot of hours because we had a big COVID outbreak. And instead of deciding, oh, I'm going to, spend some of that time getting my YouTube channel in order to prepare to actually have my content out late January, like I had said, ended up actually just putting a lot of that effort into settling into my new place because I've moved. Kind of hard to tell because the background is still the same, but yeah, I've moved. It is for me a much better living situation. I'm actually very close to the beach here in San Francisco. Much closer than I ever lived at the beach when I lived in the Los Angeles area. And that's been actually really nice for my mental health, just getting to run across the Great Highway and just soak in one of my favorite things God has created, the ocean. But in any case, now that I've finally kind of figured out some of my setup for filming in a new place and having very minimal equipment and, trying to get the background set up and everything that goes on behind the scenes on top of working, now that my hours have picked up, more than 40 hours a week, finally getting to film. And God starts answering recently a prayer of mine to become holier, to become more like Him and more compassionate. Things that I don't think I necessarily do a bad job at, but things that I want more of. And of course, when that happens, we start to see our own shortcomings. And not for a moment do I feel as if God has shown me any of this out of anything but love. That doesn't mean it's not hard. Actually, recently, it's just been really challenging. I kind of had to face the reality that there are some real blind spots in the ways that I relate to people, some issues with impatience that I have, and just how that affects how I treat people, just some real selfishness that can at times be very subtle, but can also be off-putting. I'm very fortunate, though, that I have some really good people around me who are willing to walk through this with me, and I'm going to seek even more counsel and guidance about that. I don't exactly love being vague, but I also don't want to get too specific because that can be a little bit uncomfortable for people watching this, and honestly, I'm not necessarily ready to start being extra specific on YouTube. I'm still kind of processing and reeling, getting through my own emotions, but also realizing just how great God is that He still loves me, even though I still sin pretty badly. But the big announcement is that I now am going to have a consistent video schedule. It's going to be the second and fourth Friday of every month. You may have noticed that on my YouTube channel's cover page, it now says that. It's also saying that on my Facebook page, and it's going to be on my Instagram and my Twitter. I also don't want to go into a lot of detail about this, but I do want to let you guys know that I'm being mentored by another YouTuber. Don't want to say who yet, but we'll get to that. Meanwhile, look out for the next video in a couple weeks. Looking forward to kind of seeing how you guys react to that. It was filmed at the last place, so it might look kind of familiar-ish. And I have some new stuff coming out as well that I think you'll also find interesting that really gets into going deep with Christ. Things that I think will be helpful for you guys on your walks with the Lord. So I would encourage you, if you find this at all helpful, to subscribe to the channel, like my videos and my content, share it around, like me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, follow me there. And I'm just generally looking forward to where God brings me, and I promise to talk more specifically just about some of the things that God has revealed to me, and just how He's guiding me through this and how great His grace is. Guys, have a blessed day or blessed night. Thank you so much for watching.